Central Arkansas, as the Tigers will try to make it 11 straight wins at home. With that, hello and welcome to Columbia on Lower Galindo with our quarterback, the Georgia legend Aaron Murray. Lawrence Sisler will join us from the sideline in just a moment. Now, we're fired up because this marks game number 1 in the SEC. Yet, Missouri is the only program in this conference that goes into week 1 not really knowing who the quarterback's going to be. Will it be Bo Pribula out of Penn State? Will it be Sam Horn, the fourth-year Tiger? A lot of pressure on both these quarterbacks.
You get one half to play. That's what's going to happen here tonight. Bo Pribula is going to get the first half to play. You get maybe 3, 4, 5 possessions to go out there and ball with a brand new offense. He's a great athlete. We saw it a year ago at Penn State, the ability to pull it down, run the football. Love the intermediate game as well. Very accurate with the football, but can he push the ball down the field? That's going to be the question I'm looking for tonight. But this guy right here, Sam Horn, the baseball pitcher, 95 miles per hour off the mound. He can push it down the field. The problem is, though, he's going to be coming in the second half.
Yeah.
He's got to stay locked in, laser focused if he wants to win this job. So a lot of pressure for both these quarterbacks. But hey, you get a chance to be the starting quarterback for Missouri if you win this thing.
Like the situation he faced in 2023, second half competing with Brady Cook for that starting job. Both of them have the talent. They've got the upside, just not a lot of reps. Neither quarterback has made a start. That will change here tonight. Let's check in with Lawrence Sisler.
What is up, guys? It is football season, and you can feel it here. Memorial Stadium, another sellout crowd, and Memorial Stadium also getting a renovation, a new look, a $250 million project happening right here behind me. Eli Drinkwitz told us we put our money where our mouth is. For a long time, Missouri was overlooked for not having the resources, but new facilities, NIL support, back-to-back 10-win seasons. It wasn't long ago that this stadium couldn't even put 30,000 fans in the stadium. Now 15 straight sellouts, my friends, and still not in the top 25 in the preseason. Missouri's making the investment. Now they're out to prove they deserve that respect.
And all the old school Mizzou football fans out there, no worries. When the Centennial Project is done, the Rock M will be back in that north end zone. Beautiful night in Como for the start of SEC football. Central Arkansas won the toss, and the Bears want the football. Craig the Leg gets us started. And that will sell out of the end zone, and Central Arkansas will start at the 25-yard line. That means it's the first career start for Luther Richardson. He was an Elite 11 quarterback out of Nashville, Lipscomb Academy, where his family moved so he could learn from Trent Dilfer.
A physical quarterback. Expecting a lot of quarterback run in this game. They themselves had a little bit of a quarterback duel during camp. Austin Myers, unfortunately, banged up this week, unable to participate. So Luther's going to get the first snaps here in the ball game against this Missouri defense, which is loaded all 3 levels.
You see the resume, but he is yet to take a snap at the D1 level. Only snaps coming in JUCO ball 2 years ago. And starting on the ground to Landon Chambers, and a sizable pickup, give him 6 on first down. Zion Young with the stop.
I'm talking to the coaching staff. They want to get that dirty 4 on first and second down. Got to get the manageable situation, especially with a young quarterback.
Now Chambers shifts over, takes the snap. Richardson will throw off the motion and misses Jackson Kosmeyer. Mixing it up, opening up the playbook for Nathan Brown. He has been at Central Arkansas since enrolling as a quarterback back in 05, 3-time All-American. He has not left this program since then. Quarterback coach, OC, head coach, now his first year back calling plays.
I tell you what, it feels good. Our first third down of the season. You feel the fans here in the stadium excited to watch this defense.
Here comes the best third down defense from the SEC a year ago. Richardson with the seam. A flag is down as he easily picks up the first down yardage.
They might get Ty Durham, number 7, the receiver, with a hold.
Holding. Offense number 7. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Third down.
And that is on the sophomore from Bentonville, Arkansas, Ty Durham.
That's why you want to get these third and manual situations with a mobile quarterback. You just cannot hold. It's going to be on the right side of your screen. Hold. And you see all the grabbing of the jersey. Unfortunate right there. Did not need to do that for the quarterback to get the first down.
The Georgia transfer, Damon Wilson, on the right side of the defensive line. On the other side, Zion Young. Clean pocket. That's going to be short of the first down into the hands of Tyrell Pollard. And no hesitation here. The punt team comes out for Central Arkansas.
I saw some confidence right there from Luther Richardson at the quarterback spot. A nice throw right there, a nice run the previous one. Unfortunate for the holding, but talk about a situation you're expecting to be the backup quarterback coming here on the road in this stadium. Show some decent composure on the first series.
Kevin Coleman now makes his Missouri debut. The transfer from Mississippi State from St. Louis, wearing Luther Burden's number 3, and he is rocked. A flag is down as Mark Dorsey got there too early.
I'd like to see that again, Law. I thought that was pretty decent timing on the hit against Kevin Coleman Jr.
Hit catch interference. Kicking team, number 1. 15 yards to be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
I like the timing. I like the timing. Did not interfere with the catch. Bang, bang play. Obviously, in real time, looked a lot closer than that view we just got there.
And it is Bo Pribula time. The transfer from Penn State making his first career start. Longtime backup for Drew Aller. Left the Nittany Lions right before the start of the college football playoff run with the blessing of their head coach, James Franklin. Jamal Roberts gets the carry. So Roberts gets the start over Ahmad Hardy, the transfer from Louisiana Monroe. In the words of third-year OC Kirby Moore, because there's going to be more play calls in this opening drive that suit his skill set. And another carry, 2 yards here for Roberts.
Well, more plays, and also going against a different defense than they've seen with the new DC. They just want to know that, hey, you know how to run certain run concepts against this style of defense. Let's get our feet wet offensively here with a brand new quarterback as well.
3rd and 4 for the Tigers.
Zone coverage there. You get the indication with the running back coming in the backfield.
Pribula takes off. This is what he does best. To the 50 and the first down. Over the past 2 years, no quarterback in the Big Ten had more rushing yards than Bo Pribula.
This is why you go in the transfer portal and get him. These situations right here. This is going to be, well, one of the best offensive lines in the SEC. You have a premier running back. Now you throw on top of that a mobile quarterback. Time of possession was key a year ago. It's going to be just as good this year.
Ahmad Hardy checks in for the first time. Transfer from Louisiana Monroe. He is good enough to lead the SEC in rushing like Cody Schrader did 2 years ago.
He's a big, physical, great lower half. And just kind of you're going to see this throughout the bowl game here tonight. Ability to stay up on contact. So defensively, you got to wrap him up and you got to gain tackle. 2, 3, 4 guys are going to have to swarm him when the ball's in his hands.
Most rushing yards by any FBS freshman a year ago. Brett Norfleet in motion. Pribula has yet to throw. Stretching the field. He's got a man. Complete. End zone. Speedy Marquise Johnson. That's a memorable first for Bo Pribula. Bo knows
One of my favorite route concepts versus what we call a cover 4 defense. You're going to get a double post. That safety he bites up on the first post, one-on-one with the corner on the outside. He takes it high. Beautiful pass. It's a great start for his career here at Missouri.
Going for two to Norfleet on the left side, and that goes nowhere. As Go for Dose, brought to you by Dos Equis, for a Mizzou program that was among the national elite in converting two-point conversions a season ago. But 49 yards, the longest pass in Bo Pribula's career, and that was the biggest question mark. How would the arm look stretching the field?
Well, you're talking about someone a year ago that really did not throw the ball much down the field. 56 career pass attempts, only 18 went further than 10 yards down the field.
Go for Dose, brought to you by Dos Equis, as Pribula makes his debut with a statement. For now, he's the lead man for the Mizzou offense. Johnson to the house, and it's 6-0 Mizzou. The Missouri kick goes out of the end zone, so starting on the 25 yet again for Central Arkansas. Aaron, break this down from Pribula.
Well, I absolutely love it. You're going to get quarters coverage, so as a quarterback, you're reading this safety. He's responsible for number 2 if he goes vertical. You got an inside post and then a big post over the top. So as a quarterback, you get the snap. Eye goes immediately to that safety. If he jumps number 1, you know you got number 2 on the outside. Beautiful route, great throw, touchdown. Welcome to Missouri, Bo Pribula.
That is how you make a statement. Luther Richardson was not bad on the opening drive. That's a long throw to Malachi Henry, a freshman All-American last season. coming off a 683-yard debut campaign for the Bears.
You're going to watch this offense here this evening. A lot of what we call the run-pass option. Quarterback's going to have to count the box. 8 guys in the box. I know I got some one-on-ones on the outside.
Richardson to throw again. The quick release. He was looking for Henry, and it was Toriano Pride in coverage.
Malachi Henry, he's going to be most of the time your backside receiver. A lot of times you go 3-by-1. Really good, very talented at the back shoulder fade. Gets one-on-one and then shows late hands. Uses his size to be able to go up there at 6'1" and catch the football.
Missouri and Corey Batoon held opponents to 30% on third down a year ago. Pass to the SEC. That's not going to be nearly enough as Landon Chambers is bottled up. And decision time here for Nathan Brown. Says we want to be creative and aggressive without being reckless. What do you do on 4th and 1?
Well, you give your quarterback, who's 6'3", 225, all rocked up, all muscle. He's definitely an option to pull it and run. You got a Bear front defense, so everyone is matched up one-on-one on the center guard and both tackles. It's meant to stop the run.
And Central Arkansas will take the timeout as Faurot Field was starting to get rowdy. They've showed up on this Thursday night debut, ready to get loud.
For a better setting. Go get him, LC!
So Missouri's opening drive, they had the 49 bomb from Babula to Marquise Johnson, makes it 6-0. Now Central Arkansas after the timeout, going for it on 4th and 1.
I like the call. I think you and I both agreed during the break. Get out there, see if you get the first down with your big, strong quarterback.
Bears were 7 for 13 on 4th down a season ago. First career start for Luther Richardson. He hasn't seen anything like this. Good jump from Missouri inside. Chambers Chambers fighting forward. It's going to be awfully close. And it looks like the spot will give the Bears the first down.
Khalil Jacobs came flying in there from the linebacking position. Probably their best blitzing linebacker getting one-on-one. Just was unable to get two hands on the running back to bring him down. Watch 5, fires right through there, has a chance. Just not enough, and great job offensively by Washington to get the first.
Gutsy call by the Bears. Richardson dropping back, one-on-one to Powell. Contact and a flag. And Ty Durham is able to draw the PI. He was working on Santana Banner, the first-year Tiger, transfer from Northern Illinois.
Pass interference, defense, number 15, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Richardson had him too. He beat him one-on-one. Durham on the outside beat Banner, who this team was raving about his cover ability. Threw the back shoulder instead, and most of the time, as we know, you throw a back shoulder, corners trailing, you're going to end up getting that PI called.
Manny Smith and Cam Young in the backfield around Richardson. Smith motions out. They swing it to him, trying to get a perimeter block. He does, but trips. Turf monster on Faroe Field, getting credit for that tackle.
I like the game. Well, I like the game plan right now for this offense. Quick hitters, get the ball on the perimeter, get it out of your quarterback's hands. The one big disadvantage when you're going against an SEC team, obviously the size inside. D-line against offensive line, they love their guards, but still the size difference. Protect your young quarterback.
This is the 4th straight opener against an FBS opponent for Central Arkansas. Fielding pressure, got a man. There is a flag down as Durham fights forward and spins a yard shy of the sticks.
I think we're gonna get a pass interference on the mesh concept from Kosmayer, the tight end coming across. Didn't have to do it. You're gonna see I call it a rub. Defensively, they call it a pick.
Surprised that a quarterback's calling that out.
There were 2 fouls in the play, both by the offense. And those of a player downfield, number 84. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, offense, number 84. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, second down.
Kosmayer just getting crushed on that play right there. But let's look at the replay. They're going to run your basic mesh concept. He's trying to create what we call a natural rub, but don't run into the defender. You see, that doesn't look natural at all as he's running. He pushes, extends, that's an easy call.
And Missouri fans will love to see this. Big number 19, Darius Smith, is in the game for the Tigers, getting his first snaps since transferring from Georgia 2 years ago. He's on the right side of the Tigers' defensive line. A little fly sweep, and nearly breaking through the tackle by Dalen Carnell is Manny Smith.
Now, a lot of excitement. You brought up Darius Smith, a freak athlete, just unbelievable, especially against the run. Fortunate, tore that ACL during camp a season ago, but man, they feel really good about Damon Wilson, another dog they got this year in the portal, and then Zion Young on the other side. I'm excited to see when all 3 of them are on the field together.
3rd and forever. 4-man rush, a little delay, and Landon Chambers breaks the 50 back to the original line of scrimmage, and that will set up Central Arkansas punt. Man, but once again, Nathan Brown's group, they're moving the football, set back though by costly penalties.
Costly penalties on that one. I love going for it on the 4th down. And by going for it on that 4th down, fingers crossed you get a good punt here. You force Missouri to have to drive the length of the field. So great decision. And like you said, man, these first 2 series, we've seen some execution by this offense.
Trace Beard, the punter. That's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Bo Prabula gets the football back when we return. 'Cause
Wasn't sure if we'd see some nerves with the transfer from Penn State, Bo Perbula, but doing what he does best right here, the nice run, and as an athletic quarterback, it's good to get going a little bit with the run game, and then double post, perfect coverage, even better football. That's the way you start your career as a Tiger.
It's not like he's bad throwing the ball downfield. It's just a limited body of work. Yep. He's now 3 for 6 in his career on passes at least 20 yards downfield. And we got a flag before that play even got going.
False start. Offense, number 77, 5-yard penalty. First down.
It goes against Curtis Piegler. Great story on the Missouri offensive line. At 36 snaps in his career in his first 3 seasons, and now is a somewhat surprise starter at right guard on an offensive line that lost their bookend tackles, including Ramon Minbu in the first round. Eli Drinkowitz making the move to put Caden Green, All-American, from left guard to left tackle, and hitting it hard on the ground is Jamal Robertson trying to push forward. And Eli Drinkowitz has done a fantastic job. Through 5 seasons, 1 more win than Dan Devine for the most wins in the first 5 years with the Tigers.
No, he's done a terrific job. I love the way this offseason he's built this team. Went into the portal, used it wisely on both sides of the football, and built a team that could get 3 years, consecutive 3 years of 10-win seasons.
Top of the screen, the freshman Donovan Olubade checks in to the other side and to Jordan Harris. Harris coming up with only the 6th catch of his career. He's typically a blocker.
They love this tight end unit for Missouri. Got a player down for Central Arkansas. But we focus so much on the quarterback, the running back, the new receivers, but they said, watch out, this tight end, these tight ends can make some plays this season.
And that is Mark Dorsey, down hurt for Central Arkansas, the senior out of Shaw, Mississippi. Our Week 1 college football lineup Saturday on the SEC Network. Toledo and Kentucky starting it off at 12:45 Eastern Time. Alabama A&M has Arkansas and Georgia State at Ole Miss. Breaking in a quarterback, a new one there in Oxford. I'd say the same thing for Oklahoma. John McCure, maybe the most hyped transfer into the SEC, gets his start for the Sooners against Illinois State.
Oh, he's coming over with his offensive coordinator, so a lot of excitement for Oklahoma. Obviously very disappointed in their first season in the SEC. They got the talent. Let's see if Brent Venables can elevate that roster to be more competitive within the league.
And Dorsey being helped off the field. Hope everything is okay with the senior. Empty for Perbula. 3-man front from Central Arkansas with the new defensive coordinator, Chad Williams. Perbula complete with a quick strike and a first down pickup. And that is Kevin Coleman Jr., his first catch as a Missouri Tiger. He was 2nd in the SEC in catches a year ago, 5th in the conference in receiving yards.
I love him in the slot. He is perfect for this offense and what they want to do. As we get the Wildcat, Sam Horn's in.
So Horn checks in for the first time, and Horn will keep. Oh, gets upended. It's north of the 35, we'll call it the 36. Coach Drinkwitz says, by all metrics, Horn is actually the faster runner than Perbula, but this is a cause for concern. Sam Horn is shaken up.
He's a tall, lanky quarterback running full steam ahead and just a low tackle on the quarterback. And this was the plan, to go this Wildcat 2 quarterbacks and mostly lean on the run and show the athleticism of both quarterbacks, and not the start obviously you want for Sam Horn.
You feel for the young man. He's been through so much in his career, baseball-wise and football-wise here at Missouri. 4th year on campus, coming off Tommy John surgery in February of 2024. That prevented him from taking the bump for the Tigers baseball team, and he was A guy that Drinkwitz was very high on the competition against Brady Cook a couple of years ago, and potentially being the successor.
You know what else he was high on was the Wildcat offense.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is done now, for sure. You know, regardless of if Sam is healthy and ready to go for his opportunity in the second half, I think that's the last we've seen of at least this Wildcat for now, with 2 quarterbacks in there.
Again, awful if that is it in this game for Sam Horn, because he is competing with Prabula for the starting job going forward, with Kansas coming to town next week. Ahmad Hardy, the running back. Hardy carried to the left side, the cutback, showing elite vision, and that's what Kirby Moore says you have to say in that outside zone.
Let's go back to that Horn run and the Wildcat. Good read, love the acceleration, and then just, I mean, nice clean tackle.
Prabula stretching the field, caught by Kevin Coleman Jr. Looking good in that number 3, like another St. Louis native before him and Luther Burden.
Well, Prabula is also saying, hey, who is saying I cannot push the ball vertically down the field? That was our big question. He's 2 for 2 right now.
Coleman in motion. Coleman gets the top. And cannot shake through that tackle from Jalen Hodo. How about this one for 20 yards from Prabula?
And it's a sail route. The execution, though, from Kevin Coleman. I don't know if you're going to see it, but he stacks it. He comes inside. But look at that placement. As a quarterback, just throw it to the outside, keep it towards the sideline, away from the defender. Beautiful placement from number 9.
Prabula has 1 game in his career with at least 10 pass attempts. It was week 9 against Wisconsin last year, filling in when Drew Aller was hurt.
I love these formations into the boundary. 3 receivers into the boundary here.
Check down, and some contact was made there from Dalen Land. Looks like Hardy would have had a shot to catch that thing.
Just working through his progressions. Didn't see number 15, Land, coming from the linebacking position. And all of a sudden, now with a 3rd and long, forced to throw the football down the field. Where's number 3? Kevin Coleman in the slot. Can he find some wiggle room against his possibly too high safety look?
Prabula scrambling. Looking downfield with the legs, trying to stay up, rocked! Absolutely hammered by Dalen Land. These boys from Central Arkansas are hitting.
He actually had two high safety cover too. He did have Kevin Coleman down the middle for an opportunity on the scramble. But this is something too right now that Eli Drinkwitz may be talking to his quarterback, hey, I just saw 1 quarterback go down. I don't need 2 quarterbacks going down in the first game of the season.
Time for Craig the leg. Blake Craig broke Harrison Mevis' record for most field goals made by a freshman last year from 49 yards. The kick is up and good. Blake Craig. Oh, they figured this out. They got a kicker here at Como.
He ain't as thick, but he can still kick it.
So a 9-0 lead by Missouri. This was Sam Horn on the Wildcat. Looked like he hurt one of his legs, went to the tent. He's out of the tent, but this is obviously not a good sign with him still being helped by the training staff from Missouri. Let's check in with Lauren.
Yeah, guys, when Sam Horn came out of that tent, you could see just the look of disappointment and frustration on his face, dealing with what looks to be a knee injury, limping. He was putting weight on both of his knees, walking towards the locker room, but definitely a lot of disappointment coming from him, and, you know, obviously teeing up to start the second half, and we'll see if we can get an update on where that stands.
Lauren, thank you. So the plan all along was Pribula first half, Horn the second half, with some Wildcats sprinkled in before halftime. That obviously all changes now. What does that do to the mindset of a quarterback like Bo Pribula after seeing the guy you're running against go down?
Well, I think we said in the open, you have to play your game. You cannot worry about when you're in a competition. I don't care if it's quarterback, linebacker. You can't worry about what the other guy is doing or is going to do. And I know that's hard. We all, in all of our daily lives, we always worry about that. But you got to focus on, how am I going to execute this offense? How can I build the trust of my teammates and my coaching staff? Bo's done obviously a tremendous job here in the first quarter building that trust. I think now the conversation is, we may be down our backup quarterback. You got to protect yourself.
Who is a true freshman in Matt Zollers at this point. Luther Richardson, drive number 3 for him. Wants to throw on first down. Swings it out. The spin move by Malachi Henry. Boy, is he good. His dad, Mo, the head coach at Van Buren High School. Eli Drinkwitz and Mo actually coached together at storied Springdale High School in Arkansas.
Oh, you saw that length, being able to snatch that ball out of the air.
Patient running here by Landon Chambers. Spun and dropped by Josiah Trotter. Let's check in with Lauren.
Yeah, you know, Eli was very high on Malachi. Obviously, you mentioned coaching with his dad at Springdale 06 to 09. He remembers Malachi being just 4 or 5 years old, so getting to watch him have this career, developing the way he has, chasing his dreams, playing college football. It's been special for him.
Breaking out of tackles, and Chambers will not evade Josiah Trotter. Back-to-back tackles by last year's Big 12 Defensive Newcomer of the Year and the son of the legend, Jeremiah Trotter.
That's why you go in the portal right there. You need a linebacker. You go get the best freshman young linebacker, not only in that conference, but in the nation as well. Love the patience. You see the patience right there? Calm, calm, calm. Sees the running back, bounces to the outside, and then accelerates to get the tackle for the loss.
Really an impressive blend of returners and newcomers for Corey Batoon's defense. And at the top of that list is Josiah Trotter. He's got the bloodlines as well. The punt is away. Coleman from the 20-yard line, trying to shake free. And we'll take it up to the 27. So Eli Drinkwitz has really figured it out. You have so many coaches, when their job doesn't work out in a program, you hear them start to complain. Well, I didn't get enough support. I didn't get enough money for NIL. He's changed the narrative and has just said, I'll do it. I'll raise money. I'll switch the way we operate here at Mizzou.
He's done such a great job this new era of football, whether it's the NIL, whether it's a transfer portal, really buying in. Obviously, just a great players coach as well, so not surprised with the success that Missouri's had these past couple of years.
Tavares Jones, the running back. Pribula, backside pressure, and what a catch made by Tavares Jones, the junior out of El Paso, Texas.
I don't know how he cut that football, Lauren. That was beautiful. Back shoulder, a little bit of a bobble, still reeled it in. That was smooth from number 22. They're trying a little bit of a throwback play action roll out, and he got his backside down, 2 inbounds for the catch.
Got those sticky hands going. Here's Norfleet stepping in front of Pribula. And to the right side. And Central Arkansas will make the tackle. Dalen Land. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. It's been up and down for Missouri. They get a quarterback in Pribula. Unfortunately, another one, and Sam Horn goes down.
Coach, you were looking forward to seeing how these guys execute in live action. What do you make of it so far in the first quarter?
Well, I mean, it's loud in here. I think we've done well. We got a lot of new faces. Luther's handled himself well at quarterback. I think he's making good decisions. He's running the ball when we need him to run the ball. We got to convert 3rd and short. Twice on 2 possessions, we've been stopped on 3rd and short. We got to do better. But I think we're doing a good job. I mean, look, we're killing ourselves. I think we have 3 or 4 penalties on offense that's really set us back on the 1st and 3rd drives. We'll be fine if we can just settle down.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
That's Nathan Brown, head coach at Central Arkansas. Now a 3rd down for Bo Prabula. He's been electric, and he's found a go-to target in Kevin Coleman.
That's the 2nd time we've seen 3rd down and about that medium range. They spread it out, and they just say, hey, Kevin Coleman, find the soft spot in the defense and turn around for the completion.
Preseason 2nd team SEC in his first year since transferring from Mississippi State. A strike over the middle of the field and complete to Marquise Johnson, his 2nd catch. The big question with the receiving corps, no Luther Burden or Theo Weiss as a flag is down.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
And that's on the All-American candidate Caden Green at left tackle. But going back to the receivers, Marquise Johnson has showed the flashes with this speed in his first 2 years. Can he become a complete receiver this year?
Yeah, he's going to have to step it up. Manning as well. Joshua Manning, Mr. Consistent on the outside, always in the right spot. Now it's their turn to really be those X and Z receivers on the outside of this offense, obviously with Kevin Coleman in the slot.
That's Donovan Olubade, the freshman in motion. And 2 Olubade out of IMG Academy with his first touch. And if that is a sign of things to come, look out. His offensive coordinator, Kirby Moore, says that Olubade is the best true freshman receiver he's been around. Now, I need to point out, he wasn't here when Luther Burden was a true freshman.
Oh, he loves his ability to attack the football. Some receivers let the ball come into their chest, trusts his hands, goes out there and snags it. Very bullish about him here as a freshman.
Prabula just in a fantastic rhythm, delivering this one to Olubade, who was ranked 108 in the ESPN 300. He is from Chicago, played at the powerhouse down in Florida, IMG. He is well polished for a true freshman. 3rd and short. To the right side, and some room for Ahmad Hardy. Curtis Looper, his running backs coach, says he may go down as the best running back he's ever coached.
Look at this. Look at the bounce. He starts on the left side, right side on your screen watching it, sees the hole back to the other side, gives that quick little bounce, and then love the acceleration for the big back as well. 2
D1 offers out of high school. Southern Miss and Louisiana Monroe. Prabula pressure in his face, gets it to Norfleet at the 40. And that was Nyland Harper bearing down on him.
These are the little things that take a quarterback to the next level. You have to understand, what does the backside look like after play action? Watch, rip the head around, get around now. Gets his head around, locates essentially his hot receiver and gets it to his tight end.
Harper in his first season with the Bears had FBS offers from Temple and Western Kentucky. Hardy doesn't know where to go. 4 on the play clock. Prabula looking to his left, he is rocked. Norfleet cannot make the catch. And that is Jacoby Shell, a D2 All-American from Henderson State, dropping him.
Well, just a complete miscommunication on the outside for Caden Green. He's working outside. Does not come down at all. That's a free rush at the quarterback. Prabula's taken a couple shots the past 2 possessions here.
Took one gnarly one to the ribs. It's a Central Arkansas defense replacing David Walker, who was a 4th-round pick by the Bucks last year. Highest selection in the draft in program history. 3rd and 10, Prabula scampering. 1st down, maybe right on the marker as Jamal Roberts makes the catch. It's going to be about a 1.5 yard shot.
Tackled by number 16, Alex Jones.
And that is now a career high for Bo Pribula in passing yards. He goes over 100. The previous was 98 against Wisconsin last year when he had to fill in for an injured Drew Allen. 4th and 2, why don't you? The fake pitch to Hardy. Pribula going back that direction. Second effort has it. 3 Bears are there to make the tackle, but Pribula looks like he's got the first down. But he is taking some damage. Lost his helmet on that.
And he may have to come. He's going to have to come out of the game if they did convert this first down. We're going to have to get a measurement here.
Does that mean we see the true freshman?
Yeah.
Matt Zollers. Because Sam Horn was hurt in the second drive running the Wildcat. And can he get to the 31? That's what we're looking for.
It's tough from that angle. Ball's in the left hand. Does it cross? From where it's marked right now, it looks like.
There's the chain gang.
Yep.
Barely. Barely. That young man is right. First down, MIZ.
Well, Bo's back in the game. The refs need to take him out, losing his helmet. Now they're coming up telling him he needs to take a seat for one play.
So did they bring the true freshman in?
Yep.
And it is going to be Matt Zollers, another crown jewel of this recruiting class that was ranked in the top 25 nationally, number 86 overall in the ESPN 300. He's had some injury scares in his career. Missed most of his senior year with a leg injury. Wisely, give it to Hardy. You cannot get away from the Bears defense. That front isn't missing a beat without David Walker. They look good.
I think they kind of knew the ball was going to be handed off there. I don't think you bring in a freshman quarterback cold off the bench. It's, hey, everyone downhill, stop the run.
And so Bo Pribula now comes back to the game. And we've seen 3 quarterbacks now for the Tigers. The appearance of Zollers unexpected. And rocked, and that is Gary Lewis, another D2 transfer from Henderson State.
It's not been the best of drives for the brand new tackle in Caden Green. Second time he's given up penetration to the inside. Watch the big man up top. Working one-on-one on the outside and just loses it to the inside. Really nice move from Gary Lewis.
Pribula, 3rd and long. And it's off the fingertips of Coleman. Dangerous pass. Going back to Caden Green right there. 2nd sack allowed in his career. Again, mostly playing left guard. Actually, all his snaps in his career left guard until this game.
Yeah, I know. It's different, man. It's different moving from guard attack. They actually said his pass protection has been better than his run protection just because it's different from the angle you're at setup-wise to get going as a run blocker, going from guard to tackle. It's a little bit surprised here. He's been worked early on in this football game.
Here's the bomber, Blake Craig from 55. Craig the leg, give it to him. He is now 7 for 10 on attempts beyond 50 yards in his career, chasing down the Mizzou record that is held by Mevis, the thicker kicker. (12-0), Missouri with the lead. 55-yard field goal by Blake Craig makes it a 12-0 lead for Bo Prabula, the Tigers. He has engineered 3 scoring drives. Short squib kick to the 10-yard line. Jalen Washington handles, and he's chased out at the 20. Aaron, what do you make of the contact on the quarterback?
I don't love it, especially with the expectations of how good this offensive line is going to be this season. I mean, this is not the offensive line. That's just a great play defensively. But way too many hits, whether it's design quarterback runs, him scrambling out. But this is the most disappointing thing. Caden Green on the outside, that last possession, a holding call a couple of times, then guys get right by him. And never want to see the old ball coach, Eli Drinkwitz, giving you a pep talk here early on in the second quarter.
Lost left tackle Marcus Bryant was a 7th-round pick. Right tackle Amon Mimbu, 1st-round pick. And then the reshuffling of that O-line, Caden Green moving from left guard to left tackle after the second scrimmage in the fall. Oklahoma transfer Chapman McCown checks in at running back. But this is the Luther Richardson show. One-on-one coverage, back shoulder to Henry. It was there when Caleb Flagg was running with him.
Man, I've been impressed with Richardson throwing the football. I mean, that's put in a great spot. Just better coverage by Caleb Flagg, working one-on-one, that inside fade. Ooh. And those are ones that Malachi Henry catches 99% of the time, but still, that's a tough one with Flagg right there in his hip pocket.
Richardson looks poised in this SEC environment on opening night for both squads. Jalen Marshall makes the tackle for the death row defense. There's Sterling Webb as well. Nathan Brown back as the play caller. He has been part of the top 6 offenses in Central Arkansas history as either a quarterback or an offensive coordinator.
That's how he got the head coaching position, was his ability to call plays offensively. He's done a really good job here so far in the ball game, mixing up running pass, getting his quarterback involved in the run game as well.
This is where death row usually shows the fancy stuff. They blitzed 40% on 3rd down a year ago. Richardson, an open field tackle is made. Santana Banner taking down Manny Smith. Banner, part of that Northern Illinois team that upset Notre Dame in the upset of the year early last season.
Yeah, Santana got beat early on that one-on-one where he was the outside corner. I kind of like him more in the slot. 6'3", 210, long, lanky, great cover guy. And right there, a quick separation, but is able to use his speed to catch up and make the tackle to get off the field.
0 for 6 on 3rd down for the Bears offense. Punt is away clean. Kevin Coleman retreating inside the 25. He's got some room to work with. Up the middle! What a burst from Coleman! Give him more! Till the 30. They like this transfer from Mississippi State. Heck, they saw him on this field a year ago. That's when Toriano Pride tried to recruit him back home. Told him, if you're thinking about leaving Mississippi State, come back home to your native Missouri.
Well, that's what we said. Eli did a great job in the offseason, really hitting some home runs, at least what we're seeing right now in the transfer portal. We knew this guy is going to be special. He did it a year ago at Mississippi State. Really talented receiver, can do a lot of things in the special teams realm as well. And we've seen Trotter making some plays defensively also. So it's...
How about the symmetry there, though? It was Luther Burden that got Toriano Pride to come back home to Missouri, and now it's Pride getting Coleman, and he's wearing the number 3 of Burden. 44-yard return, setting up Bo Prabula to do some work. Swings it to Jamal Roberts, a missed block on the perimeter, and hit it in the line. It was Kevin Coleman, excuse me, on the perimeter. And you see the numbers there, 2nd in catches, 3rd most targets, 5th in yards, all SEC performer. Second and 8. Did not see the tight ends. Two involved in the pass game. Prabula nowhere to go. Dancing. Pump fake. He's got it clearing. Prabula, the wheels, Bo, nose, touchdowns.
Have yourself a night, Bo Prabula. Listen, who knows what Sam would have done in the second half, but based on what we've seen so far in this first half, number 9 has given you a little bit of everything. Deep balls, accuracy, short game accuracy, and then now obviously that running threat and the speed down the field. Man, as he looked the part to start the season off.
See that block too for the other newcomer, Ahmad Harding, to help spring that. 31-yard touchdown scamper by Bo Prabula. With Horn in the locker room, this is Prabula's show for now. He's looking the part of a winner, and the fans here in Como loving every yard of it.
Number 24, Missouri is now
Bo
number
Prabula
47.
having quite the debut.
Is now
12 for
47.
15 through the air, 123 yards. But the legs, I mean, that's what we saw in Happy Valley that made him a name to watch.
Yeah, it's special, man. The speed at the second and third level, nothing's there. I mean, that's what you love a good mobile quarterback in today's game. Nothing's there down the field. They're in coverage, can pull it down, buy some extra time, and then bam, hits the Jets, takes it the distance for the touchdown.
It was not an explosive offense for Mizzou a year ago, even with the weapons like Luther Burden and Theo Weiss. Two explosive plays here so far, engineered by the transfer quarterback. Lauren.
And guys, you were up there talking during the break about the little swagger that Prabula has, and it's definitely very apparent down here. He's a pretty confident guy, not celebrating too much with his teammates, obviously dapping him up a little bit, but as soon as he came back over to the bench, he's back in the iPad, watching what worked well, what didn't, and you can just tell this guy's locked in, and he's not taking anything for granted right now.
Just looking for an opportunity to play. The way he summed it up, I love Penn State, but I also love playing football.
Well, he talked to me. We talked a little bit before the game. I went up to him and just asked, hey, what's been different this offseason? What have you improved on? He said, honestly, the mental side. just my love for the game increased so much knowing that I have an opportunity to be a starting quarterback in the SEC.
Speedy Manny Smith with the carry. Gets 5 yards on first down. Zion Young and Josiah Trotter are there to make the stop.
Tell you what, this football team here in Central Arkansas, they got some guys now. They got some guys making plays. I love the speed. We've seen from Manny Smith a couple times, just getting him the ball, get him on the edge to be able to utilize a small guy, 5'7", 175, but he's got some burners.
To the ground, and the tough, dirty yards for Landon Chambers. Move the sticks for the Bears.
And you saw Will Diggins coming from that left guard position. He's going to wrap around on the power to take care of the second level. They love these guards. Will Diggins, Jamal Moore, 60 combined starts between the two of them. Really the heart of this offense.
Chambers right side probing. They're trying to shake free from a few Missouri Tigers. Tristan Newsom, Chris McClellan there for the stop.
We just gave Will Diggins some love, and right there, Jamal Moore, one-on-one with the 3 technique there for Missouri, and just takes him and throws him aside.
3 big-time guards on the Central Arkansas offensive line. Have FCS All-American potential, and Diggins on the left side and Mole on the right. Low snap. And Chambers is stopped there by Chris McClellan. 3rd down. And this is where the struggles have come for the Bears, 0 for 6.
A lot of self-inflicted wounds, holding calls, pass interferences. They've been their own worst enemy here this evening in this ball game. I still like it, though, when they spread it out a little bit and give Luther the opportunity. Man, if it's a light box, quarterback draw that thing and use your legs, get the first.
And here's a timeout. The way Nathan Brown summed it up to us, he wants Missouri to have to coach at halftime. This 3rd down will go a long way to making that happen. Well, the fans from Central Arkansas have traveled well from Conway. Austin Myers made the trip despite the fact he's in a boot, suffered a non-contact foot injury in practice leading up to this game. He was supposed to be the starting quarterback for the Bears, and emotional for him because Central Arkansas means so much to him and his family. In fact, his mom is a professor at Central Arkansas. 3rd and 3 for Luther Richardson, who has looked good in his place. And it's going to be Chambers on the ground. He ain't going to get it. Picks up half a yard as Trotter is there. We've said that name over and over and over.
I think that was more of a setup play. In their mind, they're going for it on 4th down regardless, because you said the quarterback's played well enough where I would trust him to throw the football in that situation. You got Malachi Henry one-on-one.
Oh, little quick kick. And a good one at that. Got to chase it down before it gets to the end zone, and Central Arkansas will. And so they will back up the Tigers inside the 1-yard line. Well, Marty and McGee and SEC Nation are back for another football season with SEC game previews and the latest from around the conference. Saturday, the show comes to you from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 Central. It's the side of the Aflac kickoff with Syracuse, Tennessee. See how Joey Aguilar looks coming over from UCLA as Nico Iamaleava goes to the West Coast, and they switch places.
First college football trade, essentially. Had a lot of wild offseason for Tennessee. Excited to see what they look like against Syracuse, coming off a great year with Fran Brown heading into his 2nd season as head coach for the Cuse.
Bo Prabula got the start, backed up, working it on the ground to Ahmad Hardy. Hardy has some room to rumble. Excuse me, Jamal Roberts with the runaway. And a 1st down pickup. We do have a flag. Will this erase a 31-yarder from Roberts?
Offense, number 56. Half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
And it does. That's on Dominic Judice, transfer from Michigan, where he had 5 starts for the Wolverines last season.
Just late, too. I mean, running back's already by. You got to let go and trust your running back. The goal is, in these situations, just get out of your own end zone. You accomplish that, no need for the hold, even if it was going to be just a 5-yard run.
Joshua Manning in motion. It goes to Roberts, looking for something on the right side, up to the 6-yard line.
I'll say this, defense, Missouri's looked well. They looked good to start this game, expected that. Bo's looked great at the quarterback spot. Really impressed with the receivers. Really the unit that can really carry this team, that offensive line, I think has kind of struggled the most this first half. A little surprised here.
Roberts with another carry. And it will set up a 3rd down and a long 1.
It'd be nice, 20 seconds to go, to run one more play, to get one more in, to get another timeout essentially at that 2-minute mark.
And it looks like the Tigers will take it down to the 2-minute timeout. So they got out of that sticky situation inside the 1.
Play clock operator, please set the play clock to 25 seconds.
Dari certainly does. 12 for 15, 123 yards in the air, 5 carries, 40 yards. Leading rusher for the Tigers. Adding on to that, third down conversion for Bo Pribula. Now Sam Horn came in the game on a wildcat look that we were expecting on the second drive. Took an awkward hit, lower leg injury, limped off the field, went to the tent, and then was held and helped to the Missouri locker room. So the plan was for him to start the second half, and that be his opportunity to try to win this job. But Pribula's just dealing. That is Joshua Manning getting into the mix, coming off a 13-catch season a year ago.
Really impressed with some of these throws to the outside. The second time we've seen a sail route concept. The first one was Kevin Coleman to the field. This one to Manning to the boundary. Another perfectly thrown football to the outside. Does not allow any defender to get anywhere near.
Backside, Roberts picks up the pressure, open, and stick him on the hands of Joshua Manning.
So now we're talking about sail routes. That's 3 sail routes now. Second one to the field, and puts enough air on it to allow Manning to reach out there and snag it. Woo, that's some strong hands.
Pribula showing off the arm, just everything in rhythm right now. As Manning comes up with his third catch of the drive.
I'll say this right now with Pribula, everything is on rhythm. His eyes are in the right spot too. New quarterback, new system, you always look at the eyes. Right now they're on target.
To the tight end, Brett Norfleet stays in bounds and is brought out at the 31-yard line. Norfleet was a freshman All-SEC performer and All-American in 2023. Battled injuries a year ago. There's high hopes for him being healthy this season.
Big tight end, 6'6", 263. You saw the catch radius there as well. Once again, nicely placed football outside away from the defender. Man, if you can add these tight ends into the mix too, with all the distractions of a mobile quarterback, some receivers on the outside, those guys can get some sneaky one-on-ones against linebackers.
Kirby Moore loves him those tight ends, learned under Brian Harsin. Pribula to Norfleet. Ball is out, incomplete. And the hit was made by Damari Smith. And Norfleet is shaken up.
And now they're playing a lot of this cover too. This corner is kind of baiting Pribula to throw the underneath. He's tracking back, just waiting for that underneath throw. And that's twice now they've come up. First one was a nice completion to the outside for the tight end. For this one, corner comes down right into the rib cage of Norfleet.
And good to see the junior up. After our game, stay tuned for SEC Now with reactions to the game, post-game press conferences as well. Also get you set for the rest of the week. A huge one with 6 games for the SEC against Power 4 opponents. And everybody will look for the answer to who needs a big week 1 the most. Bo Pribula needed a big first half, but with the injury to Sam Horn, looks like the second half, as of now, will be his as well. In his first career start after backing up Drew Aller at Penn State. Here's the 3rd and 3. And a shifty move made by Jamal Roberts. Ashton Williams, big hitter at middle linebacker, tripped him up. But a lot of work here for Roberts in the first half. And we got flags.
False start. Offense number 56. Missouri has taken a timeout to avoid a 10-second runoff.
Second penalty on Judice on this drive and a hold call to begin this drive, which started at the 1-yard line.
You talk about great work for your brand new quarterback. Not only are you working on backed up into your own end zone, how to execute to kind of get some distance away from there, just to get the punter that you executed that, boom, check. Now you're out here executing a 2-minute drive. These are all things you practice, but to do it in live reps where there's a consequence, you can get hit, all of that. I mean, this is invaluable for the young quarterback to be able to just do those two things right now to end this first half.
And Prabula with 173 passing yards in the first half. The most by a Tiger quarterback in the first half since 2023. 2 years of Brady Cook out of eligibility. Now it's the Prabula show. And some fantastic separation by Marquise Johnson, who's fighting for more yards. Johnson really got the party started with that 49-yard runaway. And an absolutely beautiful ball from Prabula on the opening drive.
Well, the reason why there's so much separation, yes, the route, but also the timing of the throw allowed him, as soon as the receiver created separation, ball's on me now. Now I still got that 5 yards of cushion.
Certainly doesn't look like a quarterback that can't throw.
Now I think that narrative needs to die.
Case in point, Johnson trying to reach out, but go-go gadget arms for Speedy. The junior from Dickinson, Texas, makes a catch.
And just continue to play that cover two. You're just high-low in the corner to the boundary. Corner comes up, you throw it right over his head.
And Central Arkansas wants to use its last timeout of the first half.
Central Arkansas is taking their last timeout of the half.
Most defenses in 2-minute drives like to play a lot of Tampa 2 or just a cover 2 defense in general. You got to get eyes on the corner. You see 14's up on the flat. And then Johnson's hitting the corner route behind him. Nice up and over. It's always frustrating as a quarterback when a guy gets tackled at like the 1-yard line. Like, can he not have just reached it just a little bit farther? Because I don't want to hand this ball off to the running back for a touchdown.
So you're thinking stat line.
Of course I'm thinking stat line. I've had a great drive. I've been dealing. I want to finish with a passing touchdown.
Central Arkansas out of timeouts. They'll try to hold Missouri to a field goal on a drive that started at the 1. 18-22, 203, career high for Prabula.
A couple things ended tonight. One, he get the ball, and two, he will be the starting quarterback for Missouri. What a performance here in the first half, taking advantage.
Ahmad Hardy is the deep back. Hardy with the carry. And will be stopped shy of the goal line. This is awesome to see as Logan Muckey has checked into the game. He was diagnosed with thyroid cancer in April, had a mass removed in May, and he is cancer-free and on the field for the Tigers as one of 9 team captains. What he calls the honor of his lifetime. Here's Lauren.
Yeah, and his teammates said, Caden Green, you would never know that Muckey had cancer and when he was going through that in the offseason, because he's the same person every single day. Like, he's always got this smile on his face and really brings this juice to practice. But he said he really leaned on his teammates, and they helped him walk through this process of cancer. And he said without the doctors and the attention to detail, he wouldn't be where he is today.
He has busted his butt on special teams throughout the course of his career. Finally got some run at receiver a year ago and came up with his first career catch, the only catch of his career in the Music City Bowl in that comeback win against Iowa.
Oh, he's still in there right now. Can they maybe find a way to sneak 82 out en route to get a touchdown before half?
So 82 is on the right side. It looks like the tush push here. Prabula gets help from his teammates. Does he get enough? No. So now Missouri's going to have to call that final timeout. And do you let a 99-yard drive in with the field goal?
No.
Third and final time of the half, Missouri.
I mean, you still got 2 opportunities too. So, you throw the football here, possibly. Well, sorry, the fans on the boat. Like, what have you done in the offseason? You watch tape. I watched a lot of NFL quarterbacks, starts listing them. One guy you did not list, Jalen Hurts. All right, so add it to the list, Bo. Some homework for the week. Go watch the Jalen Hurts and the tush push. It's one quarterback you did not watch enough of this offseason.
Third and goal. Offense is back on there. Bo Prabula looking for touchdown drive number 3 in his debut after transferring from Penn State. A long yard to go. Jamal Roberts, the running back. Manning the motion man. Prabula throwing back across the body to the end zone, and he's got Brett Norfleet. A 99-yard touchdown drive, taking nearly all of what was left in the first half.
Official timeout for the good players.
I know Eli probably would have loved to see a quarterback competition here tonight. Get Sam Horn in the second half. We still know exactly what's going to happen, but you still have to feel good as a head coach to see your guy that you got in the portal, don't know a lot, not a lot of tape on him, come out here and execute your offense, I would say near perfection here in the first half. As good as it could be for Bo Prabula, getting another passing touchdown here to end the first half.
That's Dylan Williams limping off the field. He's one of the leaders for the Central Arkansas defense. But Aaron, you made the point. It's not just the productivity, but it's the poise, the confidence that Bo Prabula has played with as well. He looks like he knows he should be the guy. And it's 26-0 Missouri with the lead.
Let's go back to the touchdown. I love a good tight end sneak across the field. Play action pass, half roll out. If we rewind it back to the start of this play and see it from the beginning and see how the whole thing developed, you're gonna get 2 tight ends lined up. The first one's gonna take low flat. Second one's back at the end zone. You get all the action for the defense going to the right. Not so fast. Back line throw to the wide open touchdown.
Number 20 is now
to Norfleet, who's back in the game. 99 yards. Beautiful way to end this first half.
And it was a methodical 99, which was really the MO for this Missouri offense last season. Led the SEC in time of possession. They were known for the long scoring drives. And of course, you want to add the explosive ability to get the one long play. But in this conference, you need sustained drives over time. Short kick, the Bears will take it out to the 35. It started inside the 1. Bo Prabula with the first down pickup with the legs, and then starts getting all the receivers involved. On the drive alone, Joshua Manning was a threat. Stretches it downfield. 3 straight completions at one point to Manning, and the rhythm was evident to everybody in this house.
Well, it's looked like these guys have definitely put the work in spring, summer, fall camp, building that chemistry. I don't care who the opponent is, you still got to go out there and execute. And it goes back to, once again, the fundamentals we've seen from Bo Prabula in this football game. Feet in the right spot, eyes in the right spot. The timing has been near perfection as well. Really impressive.
First 99-yard touchdown drive for the Tigers since 2021 against Tennessee. And that will bring us to the end of a first half that was dominated by Bo Prabula. Everything that you could hope to see in the debut, did we see it?
Yes, check, everything. Now it's going to be interesting to see, is he the guy to start the second half now with Sam Horn out?
We'll try to get some information with the condition of Sam Horn, who was knocked out of the game in the second drive. 26-0. Bo Prabula and his Missouri Tigers lead at the half. Darinoka, all yours. is all Bo Prabula. He engineers 5 scoring drives, 3 touchdowns, and Missouri leads Central Arkansas 26-0. Unfortunately, Sam Horn, on his very first play in the game on the second drive, lines up on the Wildcat, and he takes his hit from Central Arkansas, left the game, has not returned. For more, here's Lauren Zisler.
Yeah, guys, going into the locker room, Eli Drinkwitz told me it was not looking good for Sam Horn. He was spotted there in the weight room that leads to the locker room on crutches, knee brace on that right leg, actually a full leg brace there, and so not expected to return. Coach Drinkwitz did tell me that Bo will take some reps here in the second half, and then he'll rotate in Matt Zollers.
Lauren, thank you so much. Lower Galindo here with our quarterback, Aaron Murray. First things first, you absolutely hate to see this for Sam Horn, a guy that's given everything to this university, to this program, both baseball-wise, football-wise, and he's not going to get a shot because this was supposed to be his half to try to win the job.
Yeah, this is supposed to be his opportunity to go out there and prove to his coaching staff that he should be QB1. So unfortunate for him, but Bo Prabula was tremendous in that first half, and it's good for him to kind of go through halftime, come out, get the new game plan, and then they get the ball first too, and see how he makes those halftime adjustments with his coaching staff.
And there is going to have to be some sort of activity for Matt Zollers, a true freshman, because he's one snap away from being the guy. Opening kick, 3 flags down as it's Tavares Jones spinning into Central Arkansas territory. Let's get this sorted out, though. All the flags finding the turf here on Faurot Field.
During the return, holding, 15 of the return team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Well, last time Bo Prabula was backed up, it really didn't affect his performance. Led a 99-yard touchdown drive.
No, I mean, what a perfect half from him. Just, we said it, the narrative of Bo Prabula can't throw the ball past 10 yards is gone. I mean, the anticipation, the time, especially those sail routes, so difficult to throw. And this is what he does. I mean, we saw it all last year at Penn State. When things aren't open, buy some time, and then zoom, I'm out of here for the nice touchdown run there in the first half. Picture perfect performance for him.
And he will throw to start the second half. Felt the pressure, gets out of there, and smartly gets down. 5-yard pickup on first down. 255 yards of total offense in the first half. 3 touchdowns accounted for, the most in the first half for Missouri quarterback since Tyler Beatty in 2021.
I think the exciting
Missouri player, excuse me.
I think the exciting thing for Missouri fans watching and obviously in the stands too is the pushing the ball vertically down the field. I feel like they haven't really had that consistency in the throwing game, not just intermediate, but down the field.
Here's the pitch to Ahmad Hardy. Hardy cutting it back, looking for the end zone, trying to stay up, but he's tripped up at the 35-yard line by Dylan Williams. 45 yards for Ahmad Hardy, who led all FBS freshmen with 1,300 rushing yards last year.
And we're waiting for this one. I mean, the way he runs, though, is just aggressive. Like, he looks like he wants to take someone's head off, just ready. Like, who's going to get the stiff arm? Finally, an opportunity to get in some space and show us what he got.
They say he refuses to get tackled. And back to Hardy. And even there, it looks like maybe there's 3 yards and it keeps rolling.
I played with a guy named Todd Gurley.
Oh, yeah.
Who I remember, similar story to what they were telling us in meetings. First day practice, ran over like 3 guys, and everyone's like, okay, this guy's legit.
Well, they saw him get tackled once in fall camp, and they said, that's it, no more tackling Ahmad Hardy. That was too difficult to begin with. Lost his footing there, but still picks up the first down.
No more tackling for his sake or the defender's sake?
Yeah, that's a good point.
We didn't get that clarified. If it was more like, hey, man, we don't want to tackle this guy anymore. It's a big man, strong legs.
The only guys that forced more missed tackles last season, Cam Scattaboo and Ashton Genty. That is quite the list. Leading rusher in the Sun Belt Freshman of the Year. It's his dream to play in the SEC. Prabula keeps trying to turn it up and whipped down by Dylan Williams.
And going back to Hardy, I sort of think when it comes to the offense and the way that you can go in the transfer portal and know if a guy is going to work or not, obviously a great running back, but he ran the outside zone at ULM, and their coaching staff actually got it from Eli Drinkwitz at a little bit of a conference time, learned it, brought it there, so he's experienced in this type of offense, which makes it even easier for him to jump in here and play.
Yeah, Bryant Vincent came to a camp that Drinkwitz was running at North Carolina State. Picked up the outside zone. That's been a staple for him. Krabula, quick fire. He's got the slot man trying to shake his way free, and it's Kevin Coleman with the catch. Coleman with 6 catches now in his debut.
It's that slot receiver for this offense. Just so much goes through those guys, and right now Bo's seeing it. And the one thing that we've seen so far from Kevin Coleman too in that position is just finding the soft space and presenting his numbers to the quarterback. He's not a big guy, 5'11", 180, but presenting that number 3 to his quarterback.
The pitch to Hardy. Hardy has his first touchdown here in Como. And giddy up. And we know Lawrence Sisler is going to have more on that, because he even brought his horses from his hometown to right here in Columbia. Unbelievable. Get out, says Ahmad Hardy. Six straight scoring drives for the Missouri Tigers. There will be many more of those jaunts into the end zone by Ahmad Hardy. He is the real deal. So the young man from Oma, Mississippi, his grandpa taught him how to ride horses when he was a little boy. Using that NIL money, he's now got 3 horses of his own. Smooth on horseback and smooth with the end zone celebration. Everybody saddle up here in Como. Ahmad Hardy all smiles, making himself feel comfortable, talking with his running back coach, Curtis Looper, who has coached some of the great running backs in college football, and told us that Ahmad Hardy could go down as the best he's ever coached because he refuses to be tackled. That won Auburn a national championship with a guy he was coaching in Michael Dyer, if you remember that moment. Kick to the end zone. Ty Durham will bring it out, and Durham looking sideline. Flag is down to the 30. Let's check in with Lauren.
Yeah, guys, you saw the celebration there from Ahmad Hardy, the horse. The dude loves some horses. He got the love from his grandpa, had him in the arena early in life, and believe it or not, he actually brought a horse, as you said there, Lowell, to Missouri this summer. He was riding him. He's got 3, Coco, Chaotic, and Jet. I said, who are you most like? And he said, Jet, for sure. He said, because Jet, he's like a little crazy at times, but when it's time to do his job, he does it at a high level. That's me. I've got another gear when it's time to go.
And go, he certainly can. Impressive.
Took his teammates out riding too.
Kevin Coleman was one of them that got on.
I'd be a little nervous if I was a coach.
Oh yeah, and that's why they shut it down in fall camp. Yeah.
Yes, no more of that.
No more playing basketball, no more riding horses. The young man from Mississippi. Luther Richardson will try to get something going here for Central Arkansas. Shut out in the first half. They had their moments, especially early, derailed with some silly penalties. Landon Chambers with the carry. He's trying to replace the production of Derek Powell, who was an All-American last season and rushed for nearly 2,500 yards over the past 2 years. 2nd and 1 here for the Bears out of the FCS. And that is going to draw a flag. Yes, it does. Toriano Pride, a little too physical with Tristan Edwards. So Missouri defense, it feels like.
Pass interference. Defense, number 2. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
Feels like they have 3 starting caliber corners in Toriano Pride, Dre Norwood, the returners, and Stephen Hall, the transfer from Washington State.
Just too early there. Flipping over back to the offense here. Let's not forget, there's still a potential quarterback battle going on with Austin Myers as well. And I've been impressed with Luther. 5 of 8 in the first half, really commanded this offense.
Malachi Henry was in motion. And it's going to go back to Chambers, who spun, went airborne, and got smacked by Josiah Trotter, hitting dudes like his dad did with the Eagles back in the day.
His confidence, they said, from not just playing, but being able to communicate to his teammates, that leadership, you know, a little quiet, a little reserved when he got in here, trying to feel it out a little bit. They said, man, this kid at camp, in fall camp, like just getting everyone lined up, yelling, screaming, motivating. He is the full package at middle linebacker.
Chambers slips a tackle to the 50. Well, Dalen Carnell has played a lot of football here at Mizzou. This is season number 5. He says Josiah Trotter actually makes him feel like a better player when they're both on the field together.
Awesome. I mean, it's 4 really good linebackers here. And they have the ability to rotate all of them. They feel great, all of them, mixing and matching. Obviously, the green dots will be Jacobs and Trotter.
And that was a 10-yard pickup, longest gain by the Bears tonight. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Malachi Henry picks up a few yards. What do you like about Malachi Henry?
I like hands. I mean, he had one drop there in the first half, that inside fade, and a little bit contested of one, but man, he's so sure-handed, great body control. Maybe he doesn't have like the top end elite down the field speed, but that's why you saw some of those back shoulders. He can threaten it and then has the body control to make the play, make the catch from there as well. So gotta find more opportunities for him here in the second half.
Was offered a preferred walk-on spot at Arkansas, chose Central Arkansas instead. Ripping it into traffic, and Tyrell Pollard cannot handle it. There's Dre Norwood, the top cover corner from a year ago.
Yeah, not only top cover corner for this roster, but talking to the coaching staff, they're like, man, we've been trying to continue to build this confidence that, hey, you can be one of the best covered corners, not just at Missouri, but in this conference.
You see it?
I mean, right there looked pretty good. You saw the tape last year as well. He's got the size. It plays this technique where it's just right in. It's called pure step, where they don't back up at all. The quarterback, they're in the face and grill of the opposing receiver.
Here comes death row on 3rd down. Bears have not converted, 0 for 7. Simple look, 4-man rush, gets home. Damon Wilson off the edge, and the former Georgia Bulldog. That is the guy that the Bulldog fans didn't want to see go, and all these Tiger fans wanted to see here tonight.
Well, you have 2 former Dogs, Darius Smith on one side, Damon Wilson on the other, and just the opportunity to tee off on top of the screen, just come in, just using pure speed to get around the edge.
3 sacks for Georgia last season, including 1 against Texas in the SEC championship game. He was a top 35 prospect out of high school. Huge pickup. And how about that checkup inside the 2 for Central Arkansas? Trace Beard with a beauty. And for the 2nd time, Missouri will start a drive right there from that same 1-yard line. The first time it was Richardson with a quick kick. This time it's their normal punter, Trace Beard. The all-new ESPN app is here, and for the best experience, all you need to do is follow these 3 simple steps.
First, you'll need the ESPN app on your connected TV or favorite device. If you have it, open it up. If you don't, download it now. Next, click on the live event or ESPN show you want to watch. Then choose your TV provider and log in. You're all set. It's all of ESPN, all in one place. Go to support.espn.com to learn more.
I got to get that ready to go because I know what you're doing all day Saturday, like me, watching college.
A lot of football, baby.
Football. Backed up from the 1 for the 2nd straight drive for Missouri. They went the same direction to wrap up the first half, and they'll do it again here. And that is just Bo Prabula in rhythm to Marquise Johnson, who's had an excellent game. Some late contact. Johnson wants a flag.
sidelines, man, I've been really impressed with Marquise Johnson being able to create some separation on the outside and just the tenacity to be able to get that first down.
That certainly looks physical as the Tigers will try to find something the right side with Jamal Roberts. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the 1-2 punch like it was Marcus Carroll and Nate Noel last season. It looks like Roberts will be a factor here with Ahmad Hardy.
And they're both big, too. I mean, Roberts, 6 foot, 212. Ahmad Hardy, 5'10", about 210. About 2 physical running backs behind this offensive line.
Kirby Moore loves the little things that Jamal Roberts brings, especially blitz pickup on 3rd downs. He limped off. Hardy is in the game. Play action. Show off the arm. Too much from Bo Prabula. He was looking for Marquise Johnson. That's the connection that went the distance, 49 yards on the opening drive.
That's a beautiful thing. You get run the football, you get the 2nd and short. You're like, you know what? We have 2 physical running backs. If we don't get this shot play down the field, we feel like one of our 200-plus pound backs still going to give us a really good opportunity to get us a first down on 3rd and short.
3rd and 1. 7 for 10 on 3rd down. High snap. Hardy makes something happen. Bouncing, scooting to the 40. Get off me. Scattaboo, Ginty style. Every run is a fight for Ahmad Hardy.
He wanted more. He knew he was out of bounds. He knew he went out of bounds. And in his mind, he said, I just want more. I want contact.
Let's check in with Lauren.
I love what Corey Batoon said about Ahmad Hardy. He said he's like a weeble wobble. First guy misses, second guy misses, then he's spinning, staying alive. Tremendous contact balance for him. Physical lower half. You talked about that earlier, Aaron. And, you know, they didn't go live much in camp, but the first time they saw him go live, they're like, that's enough. He's a load.
Yeah, I can't wait to call my son a weeble wobble at some point this weekend when he's
I had to look
up
up
the house.
What a weeble wobble was, and he is a weeble wobble.
He's a weeble wobble?
A little toy that anytime you tip it over, finds a way to get that center of balance back up, and that's Ahmad Hardy.
It's a funny thing. I remember my cup of coffee in the NFL, but the big thing, especially with offensive line, defensive line, guys that are on the borderline of getting cut during camp, it's those who have balance. Can you learn to stay on your feet? Simple things like that in practice, and it's just a sign of just being a great athlete. Can you stay on your feet when you're kind of getting knocked around? And he's one of the best in the country at doing it.
He now has 100 yards tonight, so that's a 100-yard game in 7 of his last 8, dating back to the end of last season at Louisiana Monroe. Prabula rolls the pocket. And throwing into traffic, Joshua Manning takes the hit, but secures the catch. That's all you want as a quarterback, right?
Well, I think that the feeling of across the middle of the field, 6'2", lengthy receiver. We saw him make the diving catch with the fingertips there in the 2-minute drive before halftime, and just another one of, you know that there's going to be contact. You're doing a drag route across the field, but still the confidence to put your arms out there to make the catch.
And Joshua Manning, a great story in this transfer portal era. Didn't play much besides special teams as a freshman. Got some run at receiver last year. He could be one of the go-to weapons this year. Prabula stretched the field. He's open. He's got him. Johnson down at the 1-yard line. 44 yards. The second from 40-plus from Prabula to Johnson.
It's the same thing they threw the big touchdown on the first drive, just a double post. This time it's against single high coverage. The inside post, the high safety comes up for it.
Prabula keeps it. Everyone went for Hardy, and Bo Prabula caps the 99-yard touchdown drive. And get this, first time in at least the last 20 years, an SEC team has 2 99-yard touchdown drives in a single game.
That's a stat right there, baby.
That's a Chopopotamus special. This is Robert Meyer on for the extra point. Freshman from California. And his first kick at the zoo is good. And look at that emotion. I mean, for a young guy to come out, kick an extra point here to put your team up by 40, that lets you know he's been waiting for this for a long time.
It started with a big post route once again. Little underthrow, could have been a nice explosive touchdown. Instead, gets him to the 1-yard line. Zone read. Thank you very much for crashing. Walk-in touchdown for 9.
If Truman wasn't swole coming into this game, he's swole now. Thanks to Bo Prabula and this new look Missouri offense. He got 40 points on the board and more push-ups for the Tiger. Ty Durham from his own end zone. And nowhere to go. Popped out at the 16-yard line. Our Week 1 college football lineup is Saturday on SEC Network. We started off with Toledo at Kentucky. And we've got Arkansas, one of the few returning quarterbacks in the SEC for the Razorbacks. Ole Miss and Georgia State also breaking a new signal call. That's going to all be on SEC Network. And then on SEC Network Plus, you got Oklahoma, Florida, and Vanderbilt. Diego Pavia. There's a lot of fans for Diego Pavia, not just in Nashville, but around college football, because it means all those JUCO players got the extra year of eligibility.
And Missouri has one of those players at linebacker who benefited from the new ruling in Tristan Newsom.
Luther Richardson in his first career start. This is going to be Chapman McGowan, transfer from Oklahoma with the carry. So Luther Richardson was really groomed for a moment like this. His dad, Luke, a longtime NFL strength coach for the Titans, for the Texans, and for the Denver Broncos when he was there when Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl. And And so he's been working with his boy from a very young age. And at 6'3", 225, he's well put together for a moment like this. And honestly, even a moment like that, you can't face the kid. Richardson scrambling and getting upended, turned upside down by Caleb Flagg. Good thing his dad is a strength coach. He can handle a hit like that.
He can definitely lower the boom. I mean, well fit. We'll continue to say it throughout the game. I've been impressed with him, and I know it was a quarterback battle, and he hasn't, I mean, heck, he hasn't even got all the reps this offseason because it's been going back and forth between him and Austin Myers. But I think he's made a great case that, hey, coach, like maybe I should just be the full-time guy going forward. I think the throwing motion looks very pure.
Yeah, he could be one of the tops in the FCS, especially with a great quarterback coach like Nathan Brown, who was the best to ever do it at Central Arkansas, who is his head coach and his play caller. So this is young Luther Richardson. And how about a moment like this, growing up, being on the sidelines with Peyton Manning, and that is Manning, and that is Luther making the catch. That's incredible.
That is awesome.
Good hands, by the way, as well. 2nd and 8. Here comes the pressure. Won't escape that. Damon Wilson, sack number 2. What a debut in his first game for the Tigers since transferring from Georgia.
Just the get off from Damon Wilson. Second time, it's just one-on-one. And I mean, doesn't even have to really use a move, a little rip there, but just straight speed off the edge.
You gotta feel good if you're Corey Batoon about having Damon Wilson, Zion Young, and then a healthy Darius Smith to get out to the quarterback. Because last year it was only Johnny Walker, and Walker had a great year. Richardson will keep. Now that all happened because they thought Darius Smith was gonna at least be able to work in tandem with Johnny Walker. Smith goes down early in fall camp, so he's out before he's ever played a game for Missouri. Johnny Walker can hardly come out of the game.
Well, I think their biggest issue, they told us yesterday, was our inability to just rush for and get after the quarterback. And you need to be able to do that in this league with all the great quarterbacks and receivers and skill guys. You just got to say, hey, we can put 7 guys in coverage, and we trust you front 4 to put some pressure on the quarterback. They did not have that a year ago. They believe they have it this season.
Top 25 recruiting class. Demarion Foltz, part of that. And he is in to return this punt. Calls for the fair catch at the 34-yard line. Vandy highlights our first SEC Network volleyball match of the season. They host Belmont Friday night at 8 Eastern. Then Sunday, they square off against Illinois at 6 Eastern. Both are also available on the all-new ESPN app. And it appears like the debut of Bo Prabula has come to an end with the injury to Sam Horn in the first half. These are critical reps for the true freshman Matt Zollers, number 86 in the ESPN 300 coming into this season. Tavares Jones lost it, got it back, and goes backwards for the loss. Trevion Taylor was there. Played his ball down the road at Northwest Missouri State on the D2 level before transferring to Central Arkansas.
Young quarterback right now. Just go through your progressions. Just play within the offense. Let's check out just a basic handoff. No, that's all the running back. You saw the running back right there. Hands come together a little bit too fast. Let me, as the quarterback, put the ball in your belly and you just roll over it. Don't try to grab it from me.
Roberts with another chance. He'll take it to the 40 and he'll set up a 3rd down and manageable here as Bryson Adamo makes a stop.
That's the second time he did it again. You see from up here, the running back, he's grabbing the football out of the hands of the quarterback. Give me a pocket to put it in there. You're gonna see.
Third and 3. Does Zollers get to show off the arm? And they're going to let this one wind down and take us to the fourth quarter. Missouri with a commanding 40-0 lead. We'll hear from Eli Drinkwitz when we return here from Faurot Field.
Coach, coming into this one, you had a quarterback battle, unfortunate circumstances there with Sam Horn, but you got Bo out there. What do you assess from him here in the first three quarters?
Yeah, first off, my heart goes out to Sam. I mean, what a great competitor, and disappointed for him. But obviously, Bo has played a really good game, very efficient, takes care of the football. So it's been exciting to watch, but there's a part of you that's sick.
What have you seen from your defense tonight that stands out?
Yeah, I challenged them to force takeaways and get some sacks. We got the 2 sacks, but we got to get a takeaway here in the fourth.
Thanks, Coach.
MIZ.
Central Arkansas makes a stop there on third down. And for the first time, the punt team will come out for the Tigers. This is going to be the debut of Connor Wesselman, transfer from Stanford, who last punted for the Cardinal in 2023, did not win the job at Stanford a year ago. So the first empty possession here for the Missouri Tigers. And the fair catch called for at the 10-yard line. So Eli Drinkwitz said it best. I mean, it makes you sick. The situation with Sam Horn, the second half was supposed to be his to try to win the job. Second drive of the game, he checks in the Wildcat, takes a hit there to the left knee, limps off the field, went to the medical tent for further evaluation, and then made his way to the Missouri locker room. And from the tone from Eli Drinkwitz, we don't want to read too deep into anything and speculate at this point, but it certainly sounds like they're not expecting Sam Horn to be in the mix at least next week.
Yeah, not anytime soon, so we'll see, and hopefully MRI X-ray shows something different and he's able to get back on this team and be a part of it. But I will say this, it would have been very difficult to outdo what Bo Prabula did in the first half.
And there is a smack by Nicholas Rodriguez, a sophomore out of Miami, who Coach Drink said was as impressive as anybody on the defense in fall camp.
He's one of those 4 linebackers that will rotate in, not just because they're up 40-0, but during the season time, Rodriguez, Newsome, Jacob, Trotter, all 4 of those guys will get significant PT throughout the season.
Chambers stripped up. Now, with Sam Horn, I tell you, I like knowing for Sam Horn is that he was drafted in the 17th round by the Dodgers. He's already signed, so he's got his spot with the Los Angeles Dodgers farm system. And when he came back from Tommy John, he looked like one of the best pitchers in the SEC. And the Dodgers gave him the opportunity to put his baseball career on the professional level on hold to come back for another try here. Unfinished business with Missouri football. And that pass is broken up by Nicholas Deloach, deep here in the secondary for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the Sam Horn situation, just you have the adrenaline, you're running, you're in a situation, you're running downhill, you're not really going to slide in that moment. It's a clean tackle. It's just a very unique situation being put in there to put, the Wildcat quarterback in there to run the football.
It's just awful that if he is out for an extended period of time and end it like that before he really had a shot to show what he has worked so hard to do. the mountain community of Harmons, Jamaica. They helped build homes and expand a medical clinic over a 6-day mission trip. It was rough conditions. They slept in bunk beds without AC. They ate the food that was provided. Eli Drinkowitz was there. He called it humbling and awesome. And all 47 players went, so all the juniors and seniors, 16 staffers as well. And Connor Tollison, senior leader at center, he said that Eli Drinkowitz was there doing the dirty work with them every step along the way. And it's freshman Donovan Olubade out of IMG Academy with the catch. Here's Lauren.
It was interesting listening to the guys talking about it. A humbling experience indeed. Zion Young said it showed everyone's true colors. Some guys a little bit more quiet, you know, before the trip and started speaking up. They had to grind together, extremely laborious. They were mixing concrete by hand, throwing 50-pound bags of concrete over their shoulders, building these houses, carrying them uphill. And I remember him talking about the powdered eggs. I don't know that I've ever had powdered eggs. Have you guys ever had powdered eggs?
They're nasty. They're nasty. Speaking of nasty, Marquise Davis with his first career carry for the Missouri Tigers. Freshman out of Cleveland Heights. Shout out Travis Kelsey, who actually gave Marquise Davis a shout out before his first game here in Como. He is built like a senior, in the words of his running back coach, Curtis Looper. And trying to fight off all of the Bears to the 40-yard line.
Built like a senior, built different than any freshman running back that he's ever been around. 6 foot, 213. I mean, they got some big old backs here. I mean, they're all 210 plus. Physical downhill runners want to punish you.
And that was an ESPN 300 prospect out of high school, number 125 in this year's freshman class. Former Gatorade Player of the Year in his home state of Ohio. And a big pickup for Missouri. Picked the Tigers over the Michigan Wolverines. Here's Zollers, who had his first completion, now has his second. Into the flat, turning the corner. And Jude James finding the end zone. Second season at Missouri, and his first touchdown. 40 yards. That's one that Matt Zollers is going to remember for a long, long time.
Well, they both need to go thank number 10, Daniel Blood, for his tremendous effort blocking down the field to allow James to skimmy on down the sideline for the touchdown. And man, that first touchdown as a QB, great feeling. Especially when you didn't think you'd be playing tonight.
And this drive speaks to the balance that Eli Drinkowitz did reloading with this team. A lot of transfer portal guys, but don't forget about the freshmen. The true freshman in the top 25 recruiting class, Marquise Davis on the ground. And then you got Matt Zollers with his first touchdown toss to a redshirt freshman in the end zone for the first time as well, in Jude James. First time for Matt Zollers.
Here, Mr. Corso, first visit to Columbia.
This is the show me shake. Chuck. Classic Corso moment in the only game day appearance here in Columbia. We'll see the final show for the great Lee Corso Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern time from Columbus, Ohio, setting the stage of a mammoth game with Texas and Ohio State. This is Ty Durham taking it out of his own end zone to the 23-yard line. And for me, Aaron, I know like you, loving this game of college football, Lee Corso is as big of a part of my fandom for this game as any player and coach that's ever been involved in college football.
I'll tell you this, you know, for watching game day my entire life, you know, sometimes you miss parts of it. Never missed the helmet pick.
No.
Always made sure that I got back in front of my TV to see which helmet or whatever mascot headgear that Lee Corso was going to throw on. So, man, he will be missed. What an amazing, amazing human being and just an ambassador for this great game.
I don't know how you track this, but I'd be willing to say that at the end of that show, there will be more collective tears shed than really any sports program ever.
I agree.
Because he brings together all fan bases from across the country.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be an emotional one. Lee Corso, we love you. The all-time great. And Richardson cannot handle the snap. Jalen Washington pounces on it.
Still always remember, I don't know if it was in Athens or whatever, when he was like, oh, that dog's so ugly.
Yeah. That dog ugly.
That dog ugly. Come on now, I'm just somewhat cute. Somewhat cute.
I mean, the best line, I can't say the rest because I don't have the pool of Lee Corso.
No, you ain't got that pool yet. You ain't got it yet.
Oh, man. Classic moment. And a nice human being as well. Well, I know you look at the score and it's 47-0. It sounds strange to say, but Central Arkansas has shown well.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, they've had really good moments. It's just they haven't been able to string it together. It'd be like one or two plays here, and then they kind of disappear for a few plays. And one or two, like, you can't do that, especially when you're obviously overmatched in a game against a pretty dang good SEC team. You got to be able to string plays together for a complete drive. But the moments, yes, you've seen a lot of promise for sure.
Turnover-free football, and usually in these FCS versus SEC matchups, it's a turnover fest. Screen pass to the right side, caught by Tristan Edwards, and the ball is out. Did I just jinx the Bears?
Jinx the Bears.
I did. I want to send my sincere apologies to the fine people of Conway, Arkansas.
Wow.
You did not deserve that. I did you wrong. Now, to everybody here in Columbia, you're welcome.
If there's ever been an announcer jinx, you're talking. It's not even like you just said it. You were talking about it, and it happened. But Eli got his turnover.
Yeah.
Coach Drinkwitz said to Sisler on the sideline before the fourth quarter, defense did a good job, got the shutout. We need a turnover now.
Cameron Keys pounces on it. We got the heavyweight robe going on. Now, that's a good look. And pick up the camera, too. Well done. Missouri's offense back to work. Matt Zollers led a touchdown drive. And Marquise Davis, a freshman, with a 2-yard pickup and first down.
Can the young freshman get his second touchdown of the game? You know, he's a situation right now for Coach Drink and this staff. You cannot shy away from reps for this quarterback Zollers. You got to get him comfortable in the red zone, third downs. They want to go back and watch the tape and grow from this.
Davis slips through one tackle. How about two, trying to stay up to the 12-yard line. Well, Missouri has done a fantastic job in the transfer portal. They've returned players accounting for 131 starts from last year. Number 8 in the SEC, so mid-pack. But they added 140 starts from players a season ago. Number 3 in the SEC. You combine that, there's players that started 271 combined games last season. Woo. That's the most in the SEC. Add the top 25 recruiting class to the mix, including Olubade, who's going to get this one and try to accelerate to the end zone, down to the 3-yard line. And that is a great balance between new faces, transfer portal, and true freshmen.
I like this young receiver. Just the acceleration, the hands, the catch, and then the go. There's no hesitation. You see some guys, it takes a little bit to kind of get the motor going. It is catch, foot in the ground. Let's get north and south.
Logan Muckey, top of the screen. 1 career catch. Beat cancer this summer. Love to see him find 6. It's going to be Davis on the ground. He pile drives ahead. And Marquise Davis with his first touchdown for the Missouri Tigers. Big boy can roll.
A lot of freshmen on that drive. You saw a freshman quarterback, freshman running back, freshman receiver.
And they are physically ready for the SEC.
Yes.
Like, Davis looks different. Olubade.
Well, so we asked the coaching
different.
staff yesterday, it's like, is this just a game where these guys come in possibly? Like, no. These guys will play this season in SEC games, not just tonight against Central Arkansas, but throughout the year, these freshmen are going to have an impact for us to win.
So the freshmen taking advantage of their playing time here in the 4th quarter. Zollers led a touchdown drive the last time out, and now Marquise Davis gets to the end zone for the first time. 54-0, Tigers rolling. Week 1 college football lineup this Saturday on SEC Network. We've got Kentucky and Toledo, Arkansas, Alabama A&M, Georgia State, Ole Miss, all those matchups on ESPN Network. And then on the plus side, Oklahoma, Florida, Vanderbilt in action. DJ Lagway, maybe top 2, top 3 quarterback in the SEC?
My number one
Your
in the
number
nation.
One? Okay.
Nation, DJ Lagway.
I feel Florida. They're one of my picks in the SEC to make a run with the college football playoff. Hey, let's go back in time a little bit. Back to September 8, 2012, when Missouri made their SEC debut.
Oh, yeah.
Against Georgia.
Yeah.
You don't remember this game, do you?
No.
Oh, who's that dude? Aaron freaking Murray. That's who it is. How about 3 touchdowns, leading Georgia to 24 straight points to take down the Tigers 41-20?
You know what the funny part about that game was? You know, you're used to going to like Knoxville or wherever, and like the fans are just ruthless.
Yeah.
You know, hand gestures that are inappropriate, saying things about, you know, your mom and sister and whatnot. We came to Missouri and people are like clapping, applauding us. So nice.
Nice folks in the Midwest.
I thought they were playing like mind games with us. I was like, why are they being so nice to us pregame?
No, they are just nice people here in the Midwest.
Great people, man.
And we love them
Shocking.
here in Columbia. I'm sure they'll remember you from that moment.
Yes.
But what was that like when you go to a place that you've never been to before and have a game like that?
No, it was great. It was an honor. I still have the coin. I was a captain for the game. I still have the coin that was essentially given to all the captains as Missouri's first game in the SEC, which was really, really cool. But they've been such a great addition. Obviously, the next year they go on to the SEC championship game. Such a great history of football. I played with Chase Daniel for 3 years in the NFL.
So cool.
A Missouri great. So, yeah, they've been great. And obviously the past 2 years have been terrific with double-digit win seasons.
And this program has come so far. As we check out the game now behind us, with Eli Drinkowitz as the head coach, it was a little bit of a slower start for him, but back-to-back 10-win seasons now coming into this year, trying to make it 3 straight with 10 wins for the first time in program history. Everything looks different, especially with the Centennial Project going on as well. They're putting $250 million into this project. All new luxury suites. It's what you need, honestly, to keep up with everybody else in the SEC. And don't worry, the Rock M is coming back. But Drink has done an amazing job.
Well, I would say like buy-in from the state as well. They've done a great job with some legislation to allow for certain rules when it comes to NIL and really focusing on, hey, we have talent in this state. We saw it with Luther Bird and some other players. We're seeing it with some of the guys that have transferred back home to the state of Missouri. There's talent in here, and he's finding ways to keep these guys in state, in their home state school. And that's such a big deal, too, to have guys that lived here, that grew up watching Missouri football, that want to be a part of this program, because in a world of the transfer portal, it means so much more when you have those homegrown guys.
You got to recruit St. Louis, too.
Yep.
You absolutely have to dominate that city, and Drink is starting to do that. Now, they don't always end up here right after they're done with their career in St. Louis and the high school ranks, but they find a way to play for Coach Drink here. So Central Arkansas has something going here late in the game. Cam Young spins his way down with the first down.
Well, I was waiting for you to get the second jinx of the game.
Nah, I learned my lesson.
We had a certain stat that you were very eager to get out there, but you learned your lesson.
Well, I think this one is safe. It's going to extend what was tied for the second longest home winning streak in program history to 11 games. Is that safe at 54-0?
That is safe.
To the 30, and Parker Perry with the catch. Now, get used to seeing Missouri football. This is wild, Aaron. I've never heard of this before. First 6 games for Missouri, all at Faurot Field. The only team in the FBS to play their first 6 at home. The next one, that's a battle, because Jalen Daniels,
it's going to be awesome. He looked great last week.
Man, he's battled injuries. Lance Leipold is one of the best coaches in the game, but they'll renew the border war for the first time since 2011, when it was Turner Gill and Gary Pinkel as the head coaches. But that's a game that needs to be played. Missouri,
Yes.
Kansas
100%.
need to play.
Especially with the new SEC coming out.
He wants He wants Kansas.
Yeah.
It is painted on his back.
With a 9-game schedule coming, plus the one against another Power 4, you would think that would be their one every year that they would try to get in there. It would be pretty awesome.
Now, Missouri also set up, as we saw that schedule, if they can take care of Kansas, and that game's going to be a battle. Alabama coming to town.
South Carolina.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Missouri team that needs to take advantage of their schedule. Not just the home games, but when you look at the schedule as a whole, it's not as daunting as it could be in the SEC.
No, I mean, listen, South Carolina's a good football team. Obviously, Alabama's Alabama. At Auburn, I think Auburn's going to be a pretty darn good team this season, especially their offense. A&M's a contender. And then at Oklahoma at the end of the season, you know, that's a really good roster. We'll see if Venables and his new quarterback can get things going.
Jackson Arnold is going to look different playing for Hugh Freeze than he did when the Tigers played
hope
here
so.
and got that strip sack.
Yeah, we hope
to
so.
win it.
Because from everything we're hearing from camp, it was not as smooth as maybe you wanted to be if you're a Tigers fan, an Auburn Tigers fan. But, hey, they got the talent around them. I think the defense is going to be good. The offense is going to be good.
Those receivers
are some of the best in the country. Just throw it up to Coleman, Singleton from Georgia Tech.
There's a 2nd and 12. Richardson pressured, flips it out, and off the fingertips of Jalen Washington.
I mean, the SEC is wide open. Wide open this year. I could name 8 teams that can win this league this season. It's not just Georgia. It's not just Texas. It's not just Alabama.
Is Missouri
right
at least in the conversation?
Right now, these are mine before tonight and seeing what Bo looked like.
Okay.
So a little bit worried about, you know, how good is he going to be? But no, Georgia, Texas, I love LSU. I love Florida. I like A&M as the roster. Oklahoma as the roster. And then South Carolina.
Oh, picked off into the midst. Dante McClellan scooting the other way. Got him at the quarterback. Dante McClellan with the pick six. For Dante McClellan. True freshman out of Canton, Ohio. And the freshman of this top 25 recruiting class taking over here in the 4th quarter.
They're going to rename this the Missouri freshman quarter after what we saw in offense, and then now the defense getting in the mix with a pick six.
And that is what death row defense is all about. Had 3 defensive touchdowns last season. 12th most in the FBS. Game 1, number 1 there. Dante McClellan. And takeaway number 2 by the Tigers here in the 2nd half.
Man, just jumps it. Nice, smooth catch, too. And then he's got the big quarterback to contend with. We talk about balance, shows off the balance. Head on the swivel. And that was just pure exhaustion at the end right there. I'm just like, I
want to celebrate,
but I'm tired.
But I'm out of gas.
A night that these freshmen will never forget.
.0 lead for Missouri. And Eli Drinkwitz, ceiling has been pretty high for this program. We've seen good seasons for Missouri, especially in their Big 12 days. I think he's also raised the floor, because what Missouri doesn't do is they don't lose to unranked opponents.
Yep.
Talking about 5 losses the previous 2 years. 5.
Yeah.
The only teams with fewer losses in that stretch Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia.
Pretty
and
good.
those 5 losses only to top 25 teams. So
After
Eli
the play,
Drinkwitz.
personal foul, late hit out of bounds, kicking team. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down.
Yeah, Eli's he's like, hey, freshman, get your butt back out there. You got some more playing to do.
Yeah. You ain't a star yet, man.
Yeah, you ain't getting reps off.
You don't get to tap out. Trink is all smiles.
Oh,
but he's turning this into a team that does at worst what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And Richardson back out there, the weaving run from Jalen Washington. Marty and McGee and SEC Nation are back for another football season with SEC game previews and the latest from around the conference. Saturday, the shows come to you from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 Central. Site of the Aflac kickoff, Syracuse, Tennessee. You know, just as big as a loss of Nico is what Dylan Sampson meant to that Volunteers offense a year ago.
Well, the offensive line, I mean, there's a lot of new faces, new receivers, new offensive line, no Dylan, new quarterback. And a quarterback, it's only been there since, what, spring or after spring? Like, so not a lot of reps within this system. The system's all based on timing and everything else. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they look like versus the Cuse.
2-minute timeout.
And we've hit the 2-minute timeout. Coach Drink and the Tigers 2 minutes away, starting the season with a dub. Missouri's success under Eli Drinkwitz had to be patient for the first few years, 5-5, 6-7, 6-7. And then 2023 is the breakthrough. They beat Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl, finished ranked number 8 in the final AP poll. Last season, come in with a lot of expectations, back it up with another 10-win campaign. A comeback win against Iowa in the Music City Bowl, their third comeback win of the season, as that is launched in and out of the hands of Arlie Lee, who is a younger brother of Central Arkansas's David Walker, who was the 4th-round pick by the Tampa Bay Bucks in the most recent NFL draft.
I mean, just what a turnaround, though, that 2023 season to really get things going. And then to back it up again last year with another double digit, and then to win the bowl games, too. And it's just, I was shocked that this team was not ranked inside the top 25 to start the season.
First SEC team since Georgia in 1984 to not be ranked in the AP top 25 preseason after back-to-back 10-win seasons. That leads to a chip on the shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
This program.
And listen, you can say all you want, like, oh, we're not worried about it, oh, we don't care. Like, listen, you use any motivation you can get. And if that helps you run those gassers in the summer a little bit harder or push an extra plate on that bench press, you take whatever you can get to motivate your team. Because there is disrespect.
Looking end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for Parker Perry, Shamar McNeil with the defense. And it's also just brand recognition. How strong is the brand of your program? That's a big deal in recruiting, which I don't think is an issue at all for Eli Drinkwitz. And man, that was Richardson
throwing some good balls. Man, he's throwing some good balls tonight.
Now, Eli's also going to have some bragging rights over his sister, Anna, who is a Central Arkansas alum. 61-0 lead. The Bears trying to get something across here in the final 90 seconds. Luther Richardson inside the 30-yard line. Jackson Hancock was trying to rake that one away. So a rivalry game next, not just for Missouri, but Central Arkansas, as Arkansas Pine Bluff next. Trying to get back to the FCS playoffs. They had a shot last season until injuries derailed them. And over the middle, incomplete to the 15-yard line is Keelan Jr., tight end.
Nice up and over the linebacker there, showing a little touch. That's a very difficult pass to get it before the safeties can make a play.
A hole to the left side, dropped inside the 5-yard line is Cam Young. Hancock with the stop. 38 seconds left. Bears have all 3 timeouts left. Finding in the end zone would be a big deal for Nathan Brown and his program.
First start timeout of the half. Missouri. 30-second timeout.
And the timeout called by Coach Drink.
He wants to keep that shutout. He likes that 61-0 look on the scoreboard, and his defense a little gassed right now. Just say the stat. Just say the stat. What's the stat?
Yeah, I can't say. You can say it.
I'm not going to say it's I'm not jinxing it. I'm just saying this.
Then why do you
would
want
be.
me to jinx it?
Because you've already jinxed something tonight, so you're already
so
the
take
bad
some
guy.
pressure off me.
It takes the pressure off you. So the 61-point win, if would be the largest season opening win since 1913. Wasn't there another one too about shutouts as well?
I'm not messing
now
with
it's
that
your turn.
mojo, man.
Now it's your turn.
Two-yard pickup by Young. It's just back to the line of scrimmage, actually.
I'm looking at you.
First start time of the half. Central Arkansas.
Nathan Brown.
30-second timeout.
First Central Arkansas player ever invited to the Senior Bowl. That was after a 3-time All-American career as a quarterback, the most prolific one in Central Arkansas history. When he was a freshman, you know who his go-to receiver was? Mike Norvell.
Oh.
Florida State head coach.
With the hair.
He had cornrows. You know what, though, we have not done, and this feels awful? We have not said the name Dude Person for Central Arkansas. And yes, that is a player for the Bears. His name is Dude Person. And by the way, there's the cornrows. He was working a camp, bet his team that if they won the football scrimmage, she would get cornrows. His team won, cornrows. Empty for Luther Richardson. 4 Bears lined up to the right side. They shoot that way. Manny Smith, end zone. Bears are on the board. First career touchdown for Manny Smith to open up his junior season. He's been with Central Arkansas for 4 years and finds the end zone for the first time.
And it's just a numbers game. You have numbers, you have blockers, 3 defenders. Good job by those receivers to allow Manny Smith, the speedster, to get enough space to get in the end zone.
Central Arkansas going for 2. Cam Young, stuck, nowhere to go. And go for Dose, brought to you by Dos Equis. Both teams going for it for a 2-point conversion after their first touchdowns of this game and coming up short. While Manny Smith, Nathan Brown, his head coach, says he's probably the most loved player on this team. Getting some love from his teammates after getting the Bears on the board. Big moment for him. One of 60 players from the state of Arkansas playing for the Bears.
A lot of players from the state, man.
Scottie Pippen, famous Central Arkansas alum.
Did not know that.
Charlie Strong.
Wow.
As well.
Those are 2 strong names.
I see what you did there, Aaron Murray.
Scotty, baby.
How about this game, though, for Missouri? You hate to see the injury to Sam Horn. It breaks your heart for a young man that came back from Tommy John surgery, has been the model of a respectable student athlete for this Tigers program, both baseball and football-wise. This was supposed to be his shot. Injured on his first snap of this game on the second drive for the Tigers. But man, what Bo Pribula and this offense did, 2 99-yard touchdown drives for the Tigers.
Yeah, one of them was a 2-minute drive, so you got a little double of goodness right there as a coaching staff. But you walk away very unfortunate for Sam Horn. We understand that's the game we play, and it can end that fast, which is very, very sad. But I think as a Missouri fan and Eli Drinkwitz, you do look and say, hey, boys, we got to get ready for a season. And right now we got our quarterback.
Yeah.
And that was the goal number 1 for this game, win. But we got to find out who our quarterback's going to be, and they got a guy that looked pretty dang good in his first time rocking the Missouri uniform.
Tigers taking a knee, 11 straight at home, the second longest home winning streak in program history, and the largest season opening win since 1928, a 61-6 win over Central Arkansas, and that is an Arkansas native, the pride of Alma High School. Eli Drinkwitz, Nathan Brown on hand. But this was the Bo Pribula show. Pribula becomes the first Missouri quarterback with 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns in his first game in the last 30 seasons. Can you even get nitpicky?
No, I don't think there's much you get nitpicky. I think he was A++++. And the beautiful thing is it's Thursday. Now they get to sit back, relax, get a few more days to prepare for Kansas as well. And then the real season begins.
Impressive all the way around for the Tigers. And let's check in with Lauren Sisler.
Coach Drinkwitz, 61-6 final score. How does it feel to be back out here playing some football?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, we got a lot of new guys here, so to watch these guys come together was a lot of enjoyment. Really proud of Marquise Johnson. You know, it's been 4 months since the passing of Miss Denise, and for him to come out here and play as well as he did, I thought was pretty special. So, yeah.
one of those new guys, Bo Pribula, of course, coming out here, quarterback battle, uncertain. What did you see from him tonight that you really liked?
Yeah, you know, first just Sam got injured and very disappointed in that. He's a heck of a competitor and he'll battle back. But, you know, Bo did everything we asked him to do, did a great job of managing all the situations, backed up 2 minutes and making some plays. So really proud of him and look forward to him leading our team.
And, of course, we don't know the future yet of Sam Horn, but what does he mean to this team?
Yeah, I mean, he's a captain. Everybody's disappointed. We talked to him in the locker room. But we know he'll be back. He's a great competitor, and he'll fight back, and you know, we're here in his corner. All
right, we'll bring Bo in on this one. Come on, buddy. You get your big debut tonight. How's it feel to be out here slinging the rock here with the Mizzou Tigers?
An absolute blessing. Since I got here, you know, the guys took me in. They've been awesome. Took me in like one of their own, but all glory to God. Just what an amazing day, amazing atmosphere. You know, it's really good to be a Mizzou Tiger.
All right, so the stat line, pretty impressive. 23 of 28, 348 yards total tonight, 4 total touchdowns. What worked really well? What gelled well with this offense?
I think just taking what the defense gives you. You know, we exposed them a little bit at the beginning of the game, taking shots. They were a little low playing on defense in the beginning of the game, but after that, just taking what they give you, not forcing anything. I thought the receivers did a great job creating separation. The O-line did a good job protecting. And, you know, once we got the run game going in the second half, that opened up things as well. So just an all-around team effort. So it was good. Good for
All right. You guys get 5 more home games consecutive. Next up, Kansas Border War. What are you looking forward to most there?
You know, we'll enjoy this one for a couple more hours, but I think Mizzou Nation, you know, knows what's next on the schedule.
All right, thanks, Bo. Congrats.
Thank you.
It's going to be the first matchup between Kansas and Missouri since 2011. Tigers will try to make it 4 straight against the Jayhawks. But this is a quarterback from Mizzou, Bo Pribula, that had thrown a max of 13 passes in a game. Makes his first career start and ends up 23 of 28. 61-6, Mizzou opens with a win against Central Arkansas. Next up, the rivalry, the Kansas Jayhawks, and it looked like the Tigers have their quarterback, that man, Bo Pribula. To the quarterback of SEC Network, Dari Noka. Take it away, my friend.